What's up, YouTube? I'm not Sebum. Today, I got back from work. I opened and closed shop again, and I worked really hard and very nicely and cleanly and without complaining. I'm getting better at that every single day. I didn't complain. I enjoyed working. I did some writing, and the reason I wanted to make this video is because, I find myself here, just feeling like I'm not doing enough for my content, my business, my newsletter, everything. But the grind is just, I'm doing a lot of work that nobody sees, and I feel like I take pride in that because I don't need to show on Instagram or on YouTube everything I do. There's this great quote that I saw the other day about how you get paid not for the job, but for the things that people don't like to do. That's why you get paid. Something like that. I think about that every time I have to clean the toilets at work. And I always say, I'm going to do the toilets because I hate doing it. Because who likes cleaning toilets, I mean, hey, if someone does, fair enough. I think there's a huge lack of acknowledgement and respect and thanks to the people who keep our infrastructures clean, the cities. Everywhere you go, it's clean, thanks to people who do that job. And whether they like it or not, or like whether they want to do it or not, So, I don't know. I feel very strongly about that. And I also feel very strongly about respecting people who serve you. If you have someone who's serving you, you better show respect and gratitude. Now, I need to post more videos. I need to write more newsletters. I need to write more. I need to read more. I need to be more disciplined. I need to go even harder than I am already. Now, I feel so at peace. I feel so present. There is no time for... I'm so busy that there's no time to falter, to sort of start overthinking shit. And the one thing where I fail, where I do overthink, is posting stuff. So it just shows how true that fear still is. Now I have a YouTube channel. Now I have subscribers. Now I have 50,000 people who watch me. Now I have a community in which I talk to people. We actually talked for 5 hours the other day in Hero Academy, and that was fucking amazing. And the conversations we had were so nice. We talked about everything, even towards politics and everything, Not that it's something that I am going to do much of, at least I don't believe so. But there seems to be a common theme of people feeling like the online space does not represent real life, especially not the extremes, especially not the extreme left. But anyways, it's an extreme, right? You should never, I don't know. I was walking back home. I was on the subway. Subways and trains are so interesting, man. You see all kinds of people, and I was walking there. It really is something about you proving to yourself, when you have irrefutable proof that you are a disciplined person, or that you are doing, or that you are walking your path, that you are trying, that you're actually doing, you're not complaining, That's a stack. You need to build up a stack of irrefutable proof to yourself. And, today after coming back from work and being with my teammate who, naturally has become a mentor of mine because he's got a lot of years of experience and he's been in the game in like the highest places, when it comes to the food and beverage industry. And he's really fucking good, man. He's traveled, and, when you have someone like that, and you can follow and you can learn from them. I'm 21 now, and I get to be a sponge. I'm learning to live life better, eating whole foods, learning how to buy my own groceries, learning how to run a business, how to lead, a team of people who help me, who want to be part of that, Anyways, it's so exciting once you stop fearing, by not pretending anymore that you are the victim of your own life and whatnot. And I don't know, I guess also just leaving your comfort zone altogether. I sometimes, I want to say these things, but it feels like someone older than me would think of this as nothing special. But I know that there's a lot of young people out there, just like me, and especially young men probably, that are stuck in their own comfort zone. And anyways, back to the subway. The reason I'm saying is this: when I was in the subway, this group of young kids, probably my age, 20s, early 20s, they're probably about to go party and shit, and they seemed all very high and maybe a bit drunk and stuff, and they were, I guess you could say, vibing and shit, but and I guess this kind of counts as hating, but I felt no envy. I actually felt quite good about myself. I'm standing there talking to a mentor, or at least someone who's showing me, who's helping me without them probably noticing, to be a better person, a more disciplined person, a stronger person. Because whatever you do at work, how you work, is a reflection of you in real life, especially in the culinary world. And just having a great conversation about that, and I'm standing there and I feel like a very mature person in a way. And whether or not I am or not, it's not the point. The point is, do you ever feel that way? And I don't mean I'm better than everybody else. No, do you ever feel profound sort of pride in your efforts? Have they shown results? I'm the luckiest guy on earth because I get to carve my own path. I get to do things afraid. I get to push myself to the point where I have to call somebody for them to tell me that I'm burnt out. I have proven to myself that I can be disciplined, but that's not over yet. There's a next mountain to climb, another wall to surmount, another dragon to slay. And I realized, I was like thinking about buying either a Nintendo Switch Lite or the regular version, or a Steam Deck, because I kind of dabbled with the idea of going back to playing video games, but Now that I am more disciplined, maybe I could, but it feels like, even when I watch movies, it feels so boring because my own life right now feels a lot more exciting and challenging. You know, I train really hard. I run, you know, really hard, and there's nothing like it. You know, right now I'm sacrificing my current time. You know, I'm so disconnected from friendships and stuff. You know, I'm like in this time loop. I'm so present. I have no idea. I have completely forgotten about home. Not my family. You know, I do talk to them, but like just the voice is so quiet now of what are they thinking about me? You know, I used to always have this sort of, in the back of my head, this voice judging me, or scared, or like afraid, and I'm slowly, day by day, killing that voice, or the voices, one after the other. And I'm still very early in my journey, I'm still very early in my path, but the further I go towards being stronger and more disciplined and more stable, and being my own hero, which is the person who I needed to be in the past, it all comes back all the time. It always just makes so much sense. And the person who I want to be in the future, the people, like the, you know, certain traits of what I look up to in people, and who I wanted to be, you know. And in Hero Academy, I show you how I found direction in life, and how, what my plan is, how I've sort of written it down, and like I basically just show you my North Star, which is, where should I go? You know, it's like, I think it's not a crazy thing to say, but people desperately want to be led. We want to have a reason to get up in the morning, and it's just crazy to think about that I found it, and I keep finding certain fulfillment, like I keep finding fulfillment and purpose along the way, you know. Purpose is, what is purpose? You know, it's like the reason for this, you know, it's something greater than me. It's like, okay, well, how about the business that I have, the business that I'm starting, that I'm trying to run, which I'm not doing it, look, good enough, sure, but could be way better and whatnot. And I don't want to talk more about the things that I want to do, because it gives me certain satisfaction, because I know that there's people out there who support me, which is just fucking crazy to think about just for a second, you know? Like, I'm a bit distant from reading comments and stuff, just because it gets to me, of course, you know? It's not a, it's weird. You know, sometimes I feel like I could have the whole world tell me that I'm good and that I'm doing well, but for me, it's not enough, or I'm not enough, or that's an old terrible habit of me. But that's not the point now. The point is, I'm just so locked in. I'm so dialed in right now. It's crazy how everything disappears, you know, fear, worry. I mean, it's not like it disappears, but right now I was actually sitting down, and there was some thoughts creeping up. It was like that feeling of, holy shit, like what's going on right now? Like, you know, like consciousness coming back. But I just ignored it. It kind of worked. I don't know. It could be that I'm suppressing my feelings, but I feel like it's just very different. I find so much gratitude in the pain, you know, the everyday life, like in learning. It's like I'm being disciplined by my job, by the people around me, and by my choices, you know. The things that I give up on, drinking, partying, drugs, video games, pornography, indulging sweets, for example, as well. You know, I actually uninstalled Instagram a few days ago, which also gave me a huge boost in mood, that's for sure. I wish I could have that. I wish I could have like a creator version of it where I just post but don't engage in it, like don't have a feed. You know, it's just, it's incredible how weak we are, that we can't just, we'd rather blame the people who make something rather than blame ourselves for it's like, are you really gonna blame the television because you get, like, imagine a few years back, okay, when people used to tell you, stop sitting on the couch and watching TV all day. Get off your fucking ass and do something. It makes total sense, right? Imagine if we used the same logic as for this to go and say, yeah, it's that damn TV, man. They make it so entertaining. I just have to sit down all day. Like, I just get so distracted. It's like, you're in control of yourself. What the fuck are you talking about? Or maybe you're not. Maybe you should try and be. And I don't know, I guess the hero's path really is that. If you want to be your own hero, that's it. Who is it? Think about it. Who did you need in the past? Who do you want to be in the future? In the past or the now, it's like, are you, you know, do you think you're, I'll take me as an example. I don't know. Look, it's just, I'm going in circles, but I do not envy those who wake up and the first thing they do is get on their phone. I do not envy those who don't work out. I do not envy those who all they eat is fast food and garbage. And, you know, I've found real dopamine, and however corny it is that it sounds, whatever you want to say, like, you can't argue with it, with me. I've found something real, something that really works for me. You know, someone so unstable and incredibly emotional and who's had ADHD, and I mean, I was diagnosed as a kid, you know, again, I'm going to go and check again, but obviously it's not something that just like goes away. Like all these things, you know, and it doesn't matter, you know. What matters is you can do the stuff that you want. And my fear of being myself or being vulnerable or being whatever it is, which is why I post these videos, right? Is what I need to face too. And it's not to say that being emotional is bad. You know, maybe right now I'm not emotional at all. But it's part of the process, you know. It's part of it. maybe the way I can channel my emotions is through my singing, my writing, my journaling, which I should do more of, acting. I don't even recognize myself sometimes anymore. It's like, wow, cool. And yeah, I have horrible days sometimes too. Horrible. But yesterday I was in the shower and I was thinking, the best thoughts I get, by the way, are in the shower or when I'm laying in bed, supposed to go to sleep. And I was thinking, it was this morning, I don't even know. Like, time has no meaning anymore lately. It's just, I'm just building and building and building. And I'm so happy. Things that used to make me happy just no longer do. I feel like I've gone off to the adventure and I'll come back soon, but as of now, oh no, oh no. I'm down in the catacombs, in the dungeons. There's no way back. It's only forward and exit. Anyways, I was thinking, well, I can push myself. I can. I can push myself physically. I can. I've proven that, and I prove it to myself all the time. Now it's just a mental game at this point. It's insane, you know. It's just a mental game now. Physically, from work and whatnot, and no, it's just, listen, do your meal prep, go to work, and then the rest of the time, find a way to relax, like find a way to chill, and then when the time comes, when the opportunity arrives, write, publish. Because I have my perspective on problems. I have solutions for problems. I have inspiration to give. I have something really like there to offer. I have my life to explore. I've got books to read. I've got more to risk. I'm not going to see the day where I look back and regret not having done it because I was afraid, because I was lazy, because I was too concerned about something else that didn't matter. The parties, the girls, the video games, the fucking, it's not going anywhere. It's just not. And this is just so much more. This is fulfilling. Fulfilling. There's a difference between happy and fulfilling. Fulfilling is when it's giving you. When you give something, it's not just giving you. It's like, it's two ways. You're putting energy in and it's giving it back to you. It's not make me happy, make me feel something, make me forget about real life, make me believe that I'm doing something real. No. And I also find that I need less motivation to do things, or I need less I maybe it's the ambient that I'm in, the environment that I'm in. I believe it's very much part of my own choice. Well, I mean, the whole point that I'm here is, that was my choice, but I need way less of emotional. I'm just a lot more self-sustained, at the moment. It's just very refreshing and calming. I don't know. It doesn't mean that I'm grinding all the time. It means that I'm practicing self-love, real self-love. I'm taking care of myself. I'm working towards something. I'm building myself up. I need to do better in giving you this information. Maybe so. Maybe. Regardless, never underestimate yourself and what you are capable of. Leave that fucking comfort zone. Go on the adventure. Go find yourself. Go find your hero. Build a plan. Make a plan, Figure out what it is that you want out of life. And look, it doesn't have to be specific. It's just, what do you want your life to feel like? I'm going to sleep. I really have changed, haven't I? I really... Feels like my old self is dying. Something new is here. Someone I'm proud of. Someone who's going to be a good dad. Who would be a great dad one day. Someone who's going to see things through. Someone who's going to be financially free. Someone who's going to entertain people worldwide one day. That dream is still big. It's still not within my grasps. Other things are. Things seem a lot more within my grasps. I just have to do it and take it. Publish more. And actually work on something. Besides all the work that I am doing. Work is no longer work. It's just training grounds. That's it. It's just training grounds. I don't know if I'm crazy or not, but how is this not everybody else's reality? Or I don't know. I don't know if I've struck gold, or I don't know. It I mean, to other people, maybe I'm just completely locked in. To me, I'm like, I'm going. Bye. Thanks for watching. Look, thank you for watching. I I really appreciate it. If you want to get my nose strips, okay, the ones that I always use, go to HiStrips, go to the link down in the description, and use my code Santi, or just simply the link in the description. You'll get 10% off. Actually, I'm gonna put these on because I'm going to sleep. Oh my god, it still gets to me how, like, it's still. I've been using these for almost fucking 6 months now, half a year, and I still get the feeling of like, holy shit, I can breathe. Even though, also this helps for my singing too, and when I run, of course. By the way, I should record myself. It just feels weird, like record myself running, but I've gotten pretty fast. My legs hurt a lot though. I mean, I'm standing like 10 hours a day, and then going for a sprint without warming up really. Anyways, it's just crazy. I fucking love these things. If you want to get some and have 10% off, down there. And yeah, check my newsletter out. Check me out on Instagram if you want to see what my life looks like too. I don't know. Yeah, and join Hero Academy if you want to be part of the self-improvement community. And talk to me, and we'll have conversations about how to be stronger and better, and how to find your hero and whatnot. And basically meet people and share what it is that you're learning, and talk about what you're kind of really into when it comes to self-improvement. And you'll be surprised really by how many, not that many, it's like not everybody does it, but how many people are there and who want the same as you do, and who can relate and actually benefit and profit from you sharing your stories. And yeah. All right. Keep grinding. Keep being your hero. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.